What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the North Shore 9 Postgame show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Jim. With me to my right is Neil. Neil, how are we doing today?
I'm good. A little worried there at the end. I think I speak for everyone where I was convinced this was at least going to extras, but we pulled it out. So I'm doing pretty good.
Pulled it out, 3-2 win. I said this morning on Starbucks that the Marlins were a bad team and the Pirates should sweep them. So, hey, so far we're doing all right. Yeah, 3-2 victory. Aroldis Chapman made it a little shaky in the ninth, and we'll talk about that. But overall, just a really, the Pirates handled the Marlins quite easily today. Paul Skenes with another outstanding outing. So we'll get to all that. But a Pirates win means that if you put #RaiseIt in the comments, you will enter to win 2 free Primanti Brothers sandwiches. So get that #RaiseIt in the comments at some point during the show today. Already a bunch of you all know the drill. So love to see it. But yeah, let's get into it. Before we do, while you're getting those hashtags in, BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline is every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to be bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to the online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with over our 150 slot games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Let's start today in the first inning where the Pirates started off scoring. Nick Gonzalez, the first two guys got out there, but Oneil Cruz.
Yeah.
So if there was one thing that we kind of could criticize Oneil Cruz for this season, it's like it would be cool to see more home runs.
Yeah.
Today we got to see what happens when one of those 110 plus mile per hour balls that he hits all the time. Today we got to see what happens whenever he puts a little bit of air under those. 444 feet, dead center, 113 off the bat. It hits the batter's eye. Not too many balls reach that batter's eye.
It didn't even look like it was going to go that deep off the bat. Like when I was watching the replay, I'm like, well, wait, that went off 440 feet? That was awesome.
Yeah, he crushed it. That was his 19th home run of the year. I think, we're speaking of Bet Online, I think I've got 22.5 as the number on Cruz right now. So
he's got to put
I need a few more. It had been 30 days since Oneil Cruz's last homer, which is crazy because he's been hitting the ball, really, really, really well. But it's been a while. Since we saw an Oneil Cruz homer. So that was good to see.
And Tyler and I think touched on it the other night when talking about Reynolds, is that you do kind of want more home runs from Oneil Cruz. You want 30 home run power from him, and I think everyone would have bitten off your hand if you told him he was pacing for a 2020 season this year. But no, this was awesome, and it's the next step in his game because it's funny, he's kind of got the average thing down, which was, I think, something we were more concerned about than the power.
Yeah, I mean, he's 269 on the year. I don't think I wasn't like 260 at best, but probably more like 240, 250 is what I would have expected out of Cruz. So yeah, he's hitting the ball. I mean, the fact that he led Major League Baseball in batting average for the month of August is still like shocking to me that was a thing that happened, because that's not his game.
No. And it's weird because like he had a lot of extra base hits, but I think he only had 3 or 4 home runs in the entire month of August. You can
Yeah.
correct me on that. But no, it's been a really pleasant change of pace to see him hit for average, still hit for those extra base hits. And I don't think he did it tonight. I'm just really glad they're letting him run more.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, it made a lot of sense. They were very careful with him with the ankle, and I don't blame him at all. Like, I'm not, I want them to be as careful as possible. But no, I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He'll be like a 4-win player by the end of the season, like an 800 OPS. That's a good year for a first full season as a Major League Baseball player.
Well, I think that's what people are missing, right? Like, yeah, this is his first full
Mhm.
year. He played 3 months 2 seasons ago. He played 2 weeks last year, and this
Mhm.
is his first time getting, like, a full season of play in, and he's been outstanding. You mentioned August. Yeah, he hit 389. Again, led Major League Baseball. He had a 985 OPS in August. 1 home run. 985 OPS with 1 home run.
Wait, it was only 1 home run? Oh, wow. Okay.
He
That's
hit 1
crazy.
home run against the Dodgers on August 9th. It was his only homer in August. Yeah, again, so it had been 30 days since his last homer.
Okay. I mean, again, like, still like a really valuable player, but yeah, if you need the 30 home run bat in your lineup, you want that to be Cruz. Um, so I mean, but I will say, like, if results keep holding, like the Pirates don't hit for a lot of power, but you do have something there with Reynolds, Cruz, and Bart there. Like that's not bad power from the middle of the lineup. It's not elite, but it's a whole lot better than what we've got.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Bart, in the limited playing time that he's gotten, I think he's got 13 or 14 homers on the year.
Yeah,
Reynolds is over 20. Cruz is going to hit 20. It's not where I mean, you want somebody, you want like a bopper. You want somebody who can go in there and homer, give you a home run like every series or so. And I think
Mhm.
Cruz can eventually turn into that guy. Like it's just a matter of time before he just figures out the launch angle on these
Yeah,
balls. Because he just, again, he hits the ball so hard. You kind of hope he just one day has like that Giancarlo Stanton 50 plus homer type year, because
yeah,
how he's capable of doing it based off how
yes.
hard he hits the ball.
But I also think, like, like, as we said, it's his first full season, and we've even seen the development of the hitting as the year has gone on.
Oh
So
yeah.
I don't think it's unreasonable to think, like, next year, like, he adds, as weird as it sounds, adds power to the game. As
Well, you
launch
just
angle, more like it, but
when you talk about like the progression throughout the season,
Mhm.
I think the biggest eye popper there is just against left-handed pitching. Like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
abysmal against lefties the first half of the year, and then really since like June, July, he kind of just changed his approach, and he's been hitting lefties really well, which is something I never thought he'd be able to do. Like I
Yeah.
just figured it was a given he would struggle against lefties
Mhm.
always, but that hasn't been the case.
No, and, like, that has an entirely new dimension to this game to the point where I still think he's striking out, like, 33% of the time, but it's not even noticeable. Like, usually when guys strike out that much, like, you're dreading it, but I genuinely don't notice a Cruz just because he does so many other things right at the plate.
Yeah.
Um, it was only a hit tonight, but it was a home run, 791 OPS on the year. I'm satisfied with Oneil Cruz this year.
I don't see how you can't be. Yeah, he's done a really good job. So, but yeah, he gets the Pirates on the board, 1-0 in the first. After that, in the second, the Pirates add to their lead. 2-out rally. Alika Williams gets on a error by Xavier Edwards. Nick
Mhm.
Gonzalez with a single to left field. And then Brian Reynolds singles both of them, and Gonzalez was able to advance to second on the throw there. But yeah, 2-run RBI single by Brian Reynolds puts the Pirates up 3-0. Another just clutch hit for Reynolds. You mentioned the middle of the order today. Today was really kind of the top of the order, 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Nick Gonzalez, 1 hit with a run. Brian Reynolds, a hit with 2 RBIs. Cruz, the homer. Andrew McCutchen, 2 more hits. Yeah, just a good job by the top of the lineup there.
Yeah, no, Nick Gonzalez is He's been really good since coming back from injury, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he's been hitting over 300 since coming back. Reynolds, it's hard to talk more about Brian Reynolds. He's been so clutch this year.
Mm-hmm.
And Kutch, I mean, I know we've talked about maybe bringing him back, but he keeps making that case that this is a guy that you need to bring back on cheap to play for this team, because he keeps hitting even at 37.
If you can bring Andrew McCutchen back and get that level of production for $5 million, it's a no-brainer. Like, I don't even care that his position flexibility just like isn't there anymore.
Mhm.
He can still hit. And you talk about this lineup. We've talked all year about how this team just needs guys who can hit.
Yeah.
And he's been able to do it. Again, 19 homers this year. His weighted runs created plus over 110, I think now. You mentioned Nick Gonzalez since coming off the IL. Yeah, 327 since coming off the IL coming into today. So, he's been playing a lot better. Nick Gonzalez too. Keep this in mind: 14% K rate since coming back off the IL. If Nick Gonzalez can have a 14% K rate, that's huge. That's big for his batting average with how much he puts the ball in play. And I mean, he hits the ball sort of hard. It's not like as hard as you probably want it to be, but you just need a BABIP around 330, 340 or so, and you can be an effective hitter doing that.
He's hitting 270. The power is definitely like not there, like not as advertised as it was in AAA.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is kind of like the guy you hope for when you drafted him, right? Like the batting champion type guy, hitting for average. I don't know where he fits. I don't know if you bat him leadoff next year, but I mean, he does seem like he's winning that second base job going into next year.
He certainly seems like he's got the leg up, right? I mean, he's the only one he's the only guy who's produced at any level out of that position. You look at, Triolo won the job out of spring training, hasn't hit. Leo Piguero got his shot last year, hasn't hit in AAA this year. He's really the only guy who has done something, and it's not like he's been great, right? Like let's dial it back. Like he needs to probably get on base more. If you want to put him in the leadoff spot, he needs to draw a few more walks. Either that or he's got to hit 300. So like one or the other has to happen.
And I think we talked about it before, but honestly, I'd rather, like, even with the OPS, he is a high leverage machine. Just do fifth or sixth where there are runners on and let him keep knocking in base runners, because that's what he's best at.
I think that's where
you see the most fastballs. That's what he's best at hitting. He kills sinkers. Like that's what I want. That's where I want him.
I agree. I think that's where he's most ideal. Yeah, is like sixth. If you can plug him into that six hole, because like you mentioned, he hunts those fastballs. He's aggressive at the plate. He doesn't see a whole lot of pitches. And when there's runners on base and there's runners in scoring position, you kind of want that. You kind of want just somebody who's up there trying to drive the runs in, and that's something he's been pretty good at.
We've been pining for like the last 2 years for like aggressive appearances at the plate. We felt like for a long time that they're just a little too passive, and Gonzalez is a bit of a nice breath of fresh air there. Even the stats aren't great. I'm really interested to see him and York battle it out for second base next year. Unless the plan is to put York in right field, I don't pretend to know, but
yeah,
I'm intrigued by Nick Gonzalez.
Well, I think too, what he's shown you is that if he can just like he took a step forward this year, which is saying something, because no one else did that. Like when it comes to the young guys with limited experience, no one else took a step forward.
Yeah.
But Nick Gonzalez did. And so if you can just replicate that again, right? If you can just take another step forward next year, then all of a sudden, he's turning into a very useful player. Because right now he's about if you extrapolate his numbers over the course of a season, he's a 2-win player, right? Which is fine, but it's not a needle mover, right? But if he can just get a little bit better again, that 2-WAR player seems like it's a 3-WAR player. And then all of a sudden you're talking about a really useful piece. Like he's this team's Neil Walker at that point.
Yeah. I mean, like, again, like you're getting like 7 WAR from your middle infield next year. If like this, and like assuming Cruz stays the same and like Gonzalez takes a step forward, like It's not like the superstar potential you might want from your first round picks, but that's a really solid middle of the infield.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, that Brian Reynolds single gave the Pirates a 3-0 lead. They didn't really do much else after that on the offensive side. They couldn't really get anything going against the Marlins bullpen. They got one hit off of 3 different relievers. Vicente Bellozo kind of settled in a little bit after that second inning, but it was enough. 3 runs was enough. We've talked a lot about Paul Skenes and how he still has effective starts when he doesn't necessarily look all that great. Today he looked great. Like this was a really good looking Paul Skenes. All of his pitches were working. His fastball was humming. He was throwing it over 100 miles an hour. He was generating swings and misses. He was placing it well. The Marlins they got their share of hits off of them, right? 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 walk. So like they got a few guys on base. I don't think he had a 1-2-3 inning until the 6th inning. But all the hits were weak contact, and every time he got into a jam, he was just striking everybody out. So it didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that actually kind of leads into 2 things because everything that impresses me about Skenes. The first is that man is nails when it comes with runners on scoring position. Even as a rookie, he looks like a seasoned 8-year veteran pitcher there. Like I am so calm when there are runners in scoring position with Paul Skenes on the mound. And also, like, he just keeps introducing new pitches. Like, he was never throwing his changeup. It was his 3rd most used pitch today, and it was devastating. It's crazy. Like, he keeps throwing in new pitches on top of his best pitch in baseball, his splinker, on top of his insane fastball. He's ditched the slider, which got killed, for a sweeper, which is also disgusting. Like, he's so cool. He keeps finding new ways to impress me, and I don't know how.
Well, it's just he threw 6 different pitches today, 40 four-seam fastballs, 19. He kind of went away from the breaking stuff today. It was really just hard stuff and off speed. 40 four-seamers, 19 sinkers, 14 changeups. He mixed in 9 sweepers, 8 curveballs, 8 sliders. But the breaking stuff, when he did throw it, was effective. No one put his sweeper in play today. No one hit his slider. It was put in play 1 time, and it was 76 miles per hour. Curveball was put in play 1 time. The changeup was put in play 2 times, but never over 79 miles per hour. Like, it was just weak contact on all of his stuff. He generated 18 swings and misses, and it wasn't like one pitch overpowered. Like, the fastball led the way with his whiffs, but like, he was getting swings and misses on everything he was throwing. This was just a really good game from Paul Skenes. He showcased his whole arsenal. He just showed you why he's so good. And I've got a few numbers here. I just want to kind of go.
He's a record holder now for rookies, right?
So in I think it was this first inning, he broke the Pirates rookie record for strikeouts in the live ball era. So since 1900, he did that.
That's crazy.
Also, if you look at all major league pitchers in baseball in their first 20 career appearances, he is 5th all time in strikeouts in his first 20 games. And listen to the names on this list. Like, these are good pitchers. So it's Paul Skenes, Mark Pryor, who when he came up, phenom, Dwight Gooden, phenom, Hideo Nomo, who had like one of the best rookie years pitching ever.
That's awesome.
Kerry Wood, Hideo Nomo, Dwight Gooden, Mark Pryor, Paul Skenes. Top 5. Yeah. Top 5 rookies of all time.
Is it bad to say I'm surprised he's only 5?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with him. Like, but that's really good company to be with.
I guess you could say that like Kerry Wood's probably higher because that was before people understood, I think, pitch limits and stuff. And I mean, Mark Pryor, Kerry Wood, we all know what happened to them after a while. Dwight Gooden was a workhorse. Like, these are guys who probably threw a lot more innings than Skenes, just with the way that baseball is nowadays. But yeah, that's impressive company. Like, we're talking about 5 pitchers who everyone knows those pitchers and how good they were in their early years, in particular.
Little kid Neil hated Kerry Wood with a passion.
Yeah. That Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor rotation. Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor, Carlos Zambrano. Who else was? Ryan Dempster was in there. I thought that rotation was going to do some damage. But that's one stat I want to share. Another stat: lowest ERA by a rookie pitcher since 1900. Skenes is at 2.10. Third best all time, behind 1968 Jerry Koosman and 1968 Stan Bonson. 1968, I'm pretty sure, is the year of the pitcher, if I remember correctly. That's when they lowered the mound. So, like, all kinds of numbers were weird there. So if you take out, like, the weird anomaly of 1968, like, this is the best rookie season a pitcher's ever had, you could argue.
Yeah, and I mean, he has been like the best pitcher in baseball since coming up. I mean, like, he's now going to be over 5 WAR in 20 starts, lowest ERA in baseball since he debuted. I mean, he's just come up and he immediately established himself as a superstar talent. And like, I am tuning in just to watch him pitch. Like, that was the main motivation to watch tonight, is just to see Paul Skenes pitch again.
Yeah. Well, that, and you were doing the post-game show on NS9, so you had to have something to talk about.
Yeah. That too, but Paul Skenes, doing the post games are fun. Watching Paul Skenes pitch is a little bit more fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's appointment television. Like, when Paul Skenes is pitching, I'm not, like, local in market, so I don't know what Sportsnet Pittsburgh is out there promoting, but, like, Sportsnet Pittsburgh needs to be out there marketing Paul Skenes starts. Be like, hey, Skenes is starting today. Come watch. Pirates need to be, hey, Skenes is starting today. Come to the ballpark. He's that good. He's someone who you go to the ballpark to see. He's someone who you turn your TV on to watch. I said it very early on, but I haven't seen a pitcher this good before in my life. I don't think I have. And he just keeps backing it up. He hasn't had a bad start.
I have seen starts. I've seen Jacob deGrom, and that's the only other name I think that comes near to what we're watching here.
That's fair. Like prime deGrom, prime Pedro. Like, these are the guys that if you're like, oh, you know what? If you hear me say that and you're like, oh no, Pedro Martinez was really good, or Jacob deGrom in his prime, really, really good. But it's like, that's the company that he's in, are those sorts of names.
Well, because you wanted to pump the brakes at first because you didn't want to sound crazy, but we've now got like a 20-game sample size, and it's legit. Like, it is a legitimate. It's an actual take that you can have and not look ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember I said it, I think, after like his first or second start, and we put a clip up on TikTok of me saying it, and all the comments were like, "Dude doesn't know baseball. Dude's never seen Jacob deGrom. This guy's never seen Justin Verlander pitch." And it's like, no, I have. And I think this guy's better. Like, that's how confident I was early on. And thank God I was finally right on something. Thank you, Paul Skenes.
You've atoned for your Jack Suwinski sins.
That's what, I deserved it. Thank you, Paul. But no, he was outstanding today. 9 strikeouts. The Pirates, he wasn't going to let the Pirates lose this one. Like, the offense started not performing after that second inning, but I mean, Skenes he was on cruise control all night long.
Very comfortable start by Skenes.
Yep. And then the bullpen comes in. There's some good stuff to talk about here, some not so good stuff. Colin Holderman, I think that was his 3rd appearance since coming back off the IL. Let me confirm that. His 3rd appearance. Nice inning from Colin Holderman. 11 pitches, 8 strikes, 1, 2, 3. you really need Colin Holderman to be his normal self.
Yeah, you do. We needed it a month ago, but I'm not gonna belabor that point. Yeah, no, I'm happy he looks like himself again. It was very, very comfortable today. It was a very nice transition from very, very out from Skenes to Holderman. Like, it was very, very smooth.
Yeah, I thought Holderman was great. And then the most reliable arm in this bullpen, Dennis Santana. Neil, Dennis Santana hasn't given up a run in 14 straight appearances. He hasn't given up a run in 17 innings. He's only given up 3 hits over that stretch, and he's only walked 2 batters. He's been about as perfect as you can be over the last month and over the last like 5 weeks or so. He's been almost perfect.
Yeah. North Shore 9 needs just like trash every reliever that the Pirates signed, because we have a great track record. Baraki, Moretta, now with Santana. Like, he's been so cool too. Like, 2 strikeouts today. The Marlins didn't look like they were going to touch him today. I don't know. Like, I know I think the last time we had conversations about Oscar Marine, it's stuff like Dennis Santana where you keep Oscar Marine around because he does have those success stories, and he is a talented pitching coach. And I think he does deserve credit for, because Santana was terrible at the Yankees.
He was bad. He was not good
at
all.
He's been really, really solid all year.
Yeah, I mean, ever since the Pirates acquired him, he's been really good. And like, this isn't like he's not he's not young. It's not like this is his first year with Dennis Santana had 140 major league games heading into this year, but between 3 teams. This is his 5th team, and he has never pitched this well before. The closest he got to this was 2021 with the Rangers, but even that was nothing compared to what we're seeing. He's Derek Shelton said in a post game that when he got mad at Noah for asking him about Rowdy Tellez, he mentioned Dennis Santana has been his best reliever, and he has been. I always wanted to compare Santana like this year's Moretta, but he's been better. Dennis Santana has been better than Moretta.
Yeah, I mean, and he's more reliable than Baraki, because Baraki's kind of a lefty specialist, and as that, he's been pretty darn good. And Santana's just coming in for saves, for holds, for blowouts, and has just really been an anchor in the bullpen when everyone else, literally everyone else, has died.
Yeah. No, he's been the one, like you mentioned. He's kind of been the one guy who's been consistent this whole time. So that gets us to the 9th, 3-1 lead, and the Pirates, they just can't make anything easy. So Aroldis Chapman comes in, walking us through the 9th inning here. Jesus Sanchez starts off with a single. He does get a strikeout for out number 1, but then he walks a batter. So you got first and second. Then he gets another strikeout. So you're like, okay, 2 outs, first and second. I'm feeling okay. Christian Pache pinch hits, who, if you know anything about Christian Pache, he can't really hit. He hits a double into the left field corner. Sanchez scores. Marlins hold up Sanoja, I think was how you pronounce his name, at third. So they probably could have sent him, and that would have been a play at the plate there. But they hold him at third. And then he does get Fortes to fly out to right to end the game. But he danced around it. He ended up getting the save. It was his 7th save of the year. ERA up to 4.09 for Chapman. But he gets 2 strikeouts, gives up the 1 run. Still get the win. That's all that matters.
Yes. Making it way too close, and I think he's really fortunate the Marlins' worst hitter happened to come up with 2 outs. But you take it. You take the win every time. But man, it really sucks that we just do not get a consistent performance from this bullpen.
It's impossible. Once you There's only like one person you can rely upon at any given time, and they just all take turns. Other than Dennis Santana has been the guy for a month now.
Unfazed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pirates win. They go to 68 and 76 on the year. I just saw they hadn't announced a starter yet for tomorrow. I was hoping they were going to do it after this game. They still have not announced a starter.
Fun.
Fangraphs is predicting it's going to be Joey Wentz. So we could be in for a Joey Wentz start potentially tomorrow. I'm not sure. So yeah, I guess we'll find out who's starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe.
I would watch one complaint about this game, and that is actually a Shelton complaint.
Oh, where's Paul at? Paul already left a comment.
I think Paul left, but
I think Paul saw that you were on here.
Yeah,
and
I saw this
he
message.
bounced. Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Where was Billy Cook tonight?
Here we go.
Yeah, where was Billy Cook tonight? Like, guy had a really good debut game. Where is he? He deserves another game. Let him play. I don't know. That was like my one very small complaint from tonight.
There you go. We'll have to show this to Paul because he did say, he said, tell me if he won any sandwiches because he can't listen to Mr. Howdy Doody the Shelton puppet. That's and then he said, screw you, Howdy. So no, I have a similar complaint too. Yeah, the dude, you call the guy up. Let's see him. Let's see him. 2 hits yesterday. I don't want to see Jared Triolo or Alika Williams anymore. Alika Williams started more games in the last 2 days than Billy Cook. So why?
I don't know. It almost seems like it's like a league-wide thing where like you sit guys after their first major league start. I don't get it. I don't know why they do it, but I wanted to see Cook play.
Yeah, I do. I guess I have kind of sensed that pattern with them. Like, I mean, I guess if you could say anything, he probably drove in from Toledo, which is what, like a 4-hour drive, maybe played his first game. And so you're like, yeah, giving him just kind of like a mental day off, maybe the next game. But yeah, play Cook as much as possible down the stretch here. I don't need to see anybody else really who he would be playing over.
Yeah, that's my only complaint from tonight. So,
all right, well, that's a good one, Mr. Howdy Doody.
Thank you.
All right, let's give away sandwiches. Let's give away some sandwiches. All right, we'll give everybody 30 more seconds. We've got 71 entries into the contest, so make sure you get your hashtag #RaiseIts in here, just like Zach, just like Lisa. Hashtag #RaiseIt. While you're doing that, or if you've already done it, hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're watching us. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page, follow us, on whatever platform you're on. Definitely appreciate everybody out there. Chat was hopping tonight, so it's always fun after a win.
Yeah,
72 entries. So let's go. Good luck, everybody. And if you're listening to the podcast afterwards too, appreciate you guys. Also, leave a review, leave a 5-star review if you've got time.
Oh man.
All right. Congratulations.
I was really hoping it was going to be him.
Oh yeah, Paul would, but no. Congratulations, Chili Billy Forever. That's a good name there, Chili Billy Forever. So congrats, you are the winner of 2 free Primanti Brothers sandwiches. DM North Shore 9 on your favorite social media platform. We'll get those out to you, or you can email us at northshore9@gmail.com. So. Congratulations, Chili Billy Forever.
Yeah, congrats, man.
All right. You got any parting words before we get out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right. Pirates win 3-2. We'll be back at it tomorrow. No idea who the starter is, but might be Joey Wentz. Let's just say that.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Football later, so we have to watch.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you all. We'll catch you later. See you guys.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.